Well, Jason, after a big recruiting month in July in regards to commits coming in for the eighth rated class in the country, two in August, Ronan Hanafin would be the latest out of way up there in Washington, 6'3", 210.
Yeah, he's actually from Massachusetts. Yeah,
Oh, I misread that.
yeah, he's actually from
Massachusetts. Okay.
Massachusetts. This is one that's been a Clemson Notre Dame battle here for a while. Boston College has kind of been in the mix a little bit. I'm not sure how seriously he ever really considered going there, but the longer this thing played out, the more I like Clemson's chances. He picked up an offer back earlier in the spring, back in March, if I'm remembering right, after an unofficial visit. He was back in town for Clemson's big official visit weekend in early June, and he's kind of taken since then and just let things play out. Slowly came to a decision, and the longer it went on, it seemed like the more antsy Notre Dame got. They've taken, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've taken 4 wide receivers in this class now, and that makes for a pretty crowded wide receiver room in the same class. So I thought that was a check mark in Clemson's favor. But this is a kid that culture was going to play a big deal, and I think the cultures at both schools really resonated with him. He's a faith-based kid, and I think the faith-based cultures at both schools really resonated with him. But in the end, I think Clemson, got a very good wide receiver prospect. That's another thing I think helped them. They recruited him specifically to play wide receiver. Some other schools were wanting him to play safety. He's extremely versatile. He's played linebacker in high school. He returns kicks, but I think he is probably a little underrated by some of the services. Sports Illustrated actually ranks him number 81 overall. They rank him purely as a wide receiver. That's much higher than any of the other services, but make of that what you will. But he's a big kid. People look at him and think maybe he's your prototypical slot guy, and that's not the case. I see him fitting in on the outside. He's 6'2", 6'3", already pushing 210. Probably can hold 225 pounds on that frame. He's got a little bit of speed. He's got great hands, and he can make the catch in traffic, and he brings a physicality to the room. That's something that Clemson's wide receiver group lacked last season. That group has always taken pride in their blocking on the perimeter. Didn't see a lot of that last year. Hopefully it was just a anomaly, and we don't see that again this year, but that's a presence that was missed last year, and he kind of adds that dynamic to the room.